G'day Reefers! Welcome to Gallery Aquatica TV. I'm Ania and today I'm going to share an exciting surprise with you. So something you may not know about me is that up until now I have never been allowed to have a marine tank inside the house. But guess what I got for Christmas from Cam? A little Aquaone Mini Reef 120. It's time to make the scape, so let's get going. So here it is, my new fish tank. I'm really excited about this one, and while I'm not going to really give you a tank tour today, one thing I do need to mention is that we've chosen to do a skimmerless setup, which then restricts the kinds of corals that I would like to feature in this aquarium. So I'm unfortunately limited to my favorite corals, zoanthids and rhodactis, and I have over time decided I would like to feature some frog spawn at the surface as well. So this is where the design of the scape is imperative to show off these kinds of encrusting corals, whereby the zoanthids, as they encrust the scape, they're really going to take form of that scape. And so in order to get that done, I'm going to get our great friend Shedboi to teach me his new tricks and tips with the Marco rockscape technique. Before we go down to Ryan's house though, we're gonna need to do a couple of things. So first up, we need a tape measure. So my new tank is 45 centimeters wide or 18 inches, 45 centimeters tall, 60 centimeters across, 2 foot, and it also has this overflow weir, which is 15.5 centimeters from front to back and side to side. So another method that you can use is to get a tape and tape this out on the scaping bench. But what we've decided to do today is use a box to provide framework. So I'm just gonna draw this up real quick. We've got 45 wide, 45 tall, 60 across, and 15 centimeters of the weir. So we'll take this over to Ryan, and my box over here is actually 36, which is perfect because it'll allow to have a bit of gap on the side so that we can allow for cleaning the tank and potentially some coral growth. It's exactly 18 inches tall, which is ideal. And across, it's 54. So this is gonna be a really good size box to use to frame my scape today. We've got everything we need, so let's go to Shedboi's. So it's Shedboi's day off today, so we've bought him a couple of cold ones. Let's get inside. So Ryan has already got some Marco rock here ready to go, and please keep in mind, I've never done this technique before, and it's really Ryan's specialty. He's been building the most amazing scapes for the store for quite a few months now. So I'm just here to learn. So Ryan, what do we have to do first?
So we're gonna take some big chunks like this, and a hammer and quite a heavy mini sledgehammer, and just bash it up.
Wow!
Until you get some nice, unique, random shapes like that. Would be perfect. These little pieces are pretty much useless. So what we do with them is we just basically break them up into powder with a bit of effort.
and that powder is important.
And then you have this here, which is what you use to glue them together.
So we're over at our aquascaping bench, which is strategically positioned in the most beautiful garden ever. And Ryan, what have we done here with the rock?
So we've sized it down into 4 different types, so we can get an idea of what size pieces we're going to grab and pick a pile to grab those pieces from. And then we use some of the powder that you saw before and some super glue and join them all together. 5 seconds later, so we have done a couple of little glue joins here, and this should be enough to hold this big rock just from this little rock.
Oh my gosh, it's
Mind
a miracle.
you, we will add a lot more powder and glue just to make sure it's very secure. We've just finished gluing a couple of extra bits onto here to basically make this bigger rock more stable as a good base foundation piece.
So part of the magic behind this technique is the way that the dust bonds with the glue, and very quickly. So Ryan has told me that it actually creates so much heat. So it's an exothermic reaction. And one word of warning is to ensure that if you have dust on your hands, make sure that you never get a drop of glue because you will burn your fingers. So it's taken 2 people, 4 hours, 6 kilos of rock, 3 bottles of glue, and 2 beers. And here is the final product. So I am so stoked with how this scape has turned out. I can't wait to see it in my reef at home. All that's left to do is rinse it off in some fresh water and pop it in. So thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Gallery Aquatica TV. Be sure to check out the next episodes, and happy reefing!
It was huge.
Wow.
That would scare the You're gonna have sand, aren't you?
G'day, Reef!
What the?
I'm the fish guy. What's going on here?
Oh my god.
That's it for this week's episode of Gallery Aquatica TV. Don't forget to like and comment on all our videos and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned to Gallery Aquatica TV for more exciting episodes to come. I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Happy reefing!